Hello, everyone, and welcome into this edition of Voiceover Voices with yours truly, Earl Hall. We are here to help the up and coming, brand new voiceover artist that is looking to start, build, and grow a successful voiceover business. We focus in on the journey of new voiceover artists and also, obviously, their gear and how they're using it. Have a special guest with me on today, Jim Clark, that's going to be sharing his journey and how he is succeeding in building his voiceover business and obviously also his gear. Jim, thanks so much for being here with me today. Definitely appreciate it.
No, thanks for the invite. Thanks for the invite.
Well, look, I mean, this show here, obviously, we're focusing in on folks just like you. Kind of give us a synopsis here of like, when did you get started in voiceover? And most importantly, why did you get started in VO?
Well, I've been doing voiceover for a while, and mine started in when I started in the pharmaceutical industry as my day job, and I was in a training class, and the trainer said, "You have an incredible voice. Would you like to do some voiceover for our e-learning?" And I
Wow.
said, "Sure," and that's how it started.
Man, and how long ago was that?
Ooh, that was 20 years ago.
Wow, so we both have been in this for a minute here. You know, the journeys that we all take. You know, there's all these kinds of twists and turns that happen in the road. How smooth of a transition has this been for you to kind of go into VO like you've been over the past 2 decades?
Um, well, the journey, as I said, started out at the company that I worked for,
Hmm.
and then as voiceover exploded in the last decade or more, then that's where I said, well, I can do that elsewhere as well. So started. Getting my website out there. I was lucky that I captured that domain name over 20 years ago, mydeepvoice.com, because
Oh
now
yeah.
I'm getting offers to buy that.
I can imagine, definitely can imagine. Well, tell me here. I mean, a lot of the things that people actually are definitely interested in is the gear that we use. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we kind of talk about that for a bit. What kind of microphone are you using for this? And how did you go about selecting that mic?
Well, when I first started out, there wasn't a whole lot of capabilities out there, or different types of microphones out there. And if you wanted a good one, you knew where to go. You knew to go to Rode, because Rode was
Mm,
the number one microphone in the industry. So I got a Rode microphone back then, and then maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, I upgraded it because it had gotten a little old. And I've got a NT1A that I've been using, and with a PreSonus interface, and
hmm.
it's an incredible mic. It's probably the number one microphone in the industry.
Okay, okay. What made you select the PreSonus? And which one are you using? Are you using the audio box USB 96 or which PreSonus? And why did you choose that?
The audio box, because it was also rated as the number one company in the area for interfaces for your microphone into your computer. So why not stick with the best?
Why not, right? Well, look, I mean, you've got your microphone, you've got the Rode, you've got the PreSonus. Is there any other gear that you're using along with all of that, or
Uh,
before it gets to your computer?
no, no, not really, not really. Those are the only two, besides the cables connecting
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, definitely. So let's go there. So what DAW are we using, and how did you make that selection?
So I started out using Studio One, but I use
Oh
a
wow.
number of different applications as well, because I use Adobe as well, Adobe Audio, and I also use Audacity. Also, I found Studio One is very good though for if I'm doing voiceovers with music, and been working with a lot of DJs recently, and they
Mm-hmm.
want me to do overlays on top of music for them to promo there. So I've been doing a lot on Studio One as well. But
Okay.
Adobe is the leader.
Adobe Audition is your main DAW?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, I mean, so many selections are out there. I mean, when it comes to microphones, when it comes to audio interfaces, different vocal strips, and obviously DAWs as well. Do you see yourself upgrading anything anytime soon, or do you have some gear in sight that you're kind of salivating over to try and get?
No, nothing in mind right now, but I've been doing a lot of, a little bit of research on the new breed of microphones that don't even need a PreSonus box in between that and my laptop. So we'll
Hmm.
see if I decide to go there at some point. What about you? What do you use?
I've pretty much got everything that I use. I mean, for broadcasting, I use my Shure SM7B. A lot of people use this even for, voiceover work. But my go-to voiceover mic, it's just right on the desk here. It's the Synco Mic D2 shotgun mic. A lot, and this is under $300. But they compare this to like the Sennheiser MKH 416. Very good, solid microphone. And I've had a bunch of them, from the TLM 103 to I've had the MKH 416, I've had the Hi OPR 40, I've had the AT 2020, AT 4040, a lot of different microphones that I've gone through over the years, but this little shotgun mic here is my go-to now.
Interesting.
So yeah, I mean, with the final question that I always ask everyone, it's like, if there's anything you could ask me about voiceover, what would that be and how can I help?
I guess the number one would be, how do I, really excel my opportunities to make my deep voice yours?
Well, let's start here. How are you going about getting work now? What's the process you're using?
Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm out there on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, and
Mm-hmm.
I've I'm on Twitter, and I also I'm on a couple of the sites that do the voiceover uh, hosting and I guess Voiceover Planet. I'm a member of. I'm a member of Backstage and quite a few others that are constantly looking to hire and get voiceover folks business. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
So
that's that's it for now.
tell me this: what's the main place you get work from? What's the main way you get work?
The main place that I've been getting work recently is Voiceover Planet.
Okay, double down on Voiceover Planet. It's kind of like a bird in the hand beats two in the bush. Where you're getting the work from, if you're getting work, then you want to make sure that you are doubling down on that platform, whatever that is. I heard you say, you're out there on Facebook, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Twitter, but let's just be real. Most people really aren't doing much in regards to really doing anything on those platforms in a very particular way. It's one of the things that we teach in our mastermind group too, is how to exploit all of these things. But when you're getting work on a certain platform in a certain way, if you know that work is coming through there, do what you can to go ahead and double down on that to make sure that you continue to build that, because bird in the hand is better than two in the bush, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Does that make sense?
No, makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
Okay. Well, definitely, I want to thank you for being on the show with me today, Jim. This has been great. I know we've been connected for quite some years now
Oh yeah.
on social media. So I want to thank you for all your support over the years and taking out the time to be with us here today. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. It was good seeing you. You take care.
Yes, sir. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in on this episode of voiceovervoices.biz. Make sure that you check out the website. At the website, you're going to be able to see Jim's interview as well as all the others that I interview. Also, you're going to be able to see, or rather should say hear, our brand new podcast, the Voiceover Voices AMA, Ask Me Anything podcast. You're definitely going to want to subscribe to there as well at voiceovervoices.biz. Most importantly, Schedule your on-camera interview with me right now by going to the website voiceovervoices.biz, where we're dedicated to the new and the upcoming voiceover artist that's looking to start, build, and grow a successful voiceover business. Until next time, you take care.